Let's go through the organizational structure types or organizational structures. Our first organizational structure type is organic or simple organization. In this type of organization, the grouping is flexible. The work grouping is flexible. That is, people sit side by side and play multiple roles. For example, one person can play multiple roles in the organization. Typically, in such an organization, the organization size is small and the team members report to the owner of the organization. Examples of organic structures are sole proprietary owner, only one owner exists, or small business owner, or LLP companies, that is limited liabilities companies. Here the owner has all the power with him or her. Next is functional organization, which is centralized in nature. Here work grouping is by the job being done. For example, engineering, one group, manufacturing, another group. Similarly, oil drilling, plant commissioning, distributing, these are different groups. All resources report to the functional manager or FM, the functional manager of the single division, that is engineering division head, makes all the decisions. So for every group there will be a divisional head, and that person will be making all the decisions with respect to that work group. The decision is centralized at the level of the functional manager. For example, one government body is in India, and that is called Oil and Natural Gas Commission. In that you have divisional bodies with respect to engineering, one group. You have oil drilling, one group. Distribution, one group. And all the power is lying with the functional manager, which is heading that particular work group. So it is very much centralized in nature. That group has all the authority with respect to that functional manager who is heading that particular work group. So the power lies with the FM. The PM role is part-time, if the PM role exists. Next is multi-divisional organization. This is less centralized. Here the work group is arranged by one of the followings. Can be a product related. The work group can be arranged with respect to product, or production processes, or portfolio, or program, or geographical location or region, or customer type. Unlike functional, here it is not one division specific. The specialization in one particular function, say engineering, there is not an engineering division. Rather, grouping is by the above mentioned categories. These are the categories. For example, grouping by product, or grouping by portfolio, or grouping by customer type. And all the work needed for that particular group will be available there, such as designing, engineering, commissioning, distributing, all will be part of that group. So functions such as engineering function or commissioning function or distributing functions are replicated for each group. For example, you can say product group 1, it has all the needed functions. Product group 2, it has all the needed functions. In that sense, it is less centralized as compared to the functional organization, which is highly centralized, where everything ends with a functional head for that particular function. Here what happens? You have work grouping with respect to product, portfolio, program, or customer type, and in that group you have all the functions that is needed. Engineering related, commissioning related, oil drilling related, all the functions that will be needed. Or if you are in a software organization, you are saying this is one product, and all the things that you need, design, development, analysis, architecting, testing, all are part of this product group. Another product group, you have design, development, testing, deployment, all are part of that product group. It is not divided with respect to testing itself is an engineering function, not a functional type of division. Rather, it is divided, as I said, with respect to the groupings. The power lies with the FM. Here, of course, even if it is decentralized with respect to arrangement with respect to this following types, still the work group is headed by a person. For example, you can say head of product group 1, head of product group 2, head of product group 3. So still some form of centralization is there, though less centralized, and of course the power is going to lie with the FM who is heading that particular one. For example, head of product. The PM role is part-time.